Hi, Paul. How are you today?
Antonio, how are you? Good to speak to you.
Same here. So today our topic is, video. As video being the king, in 2021 and beyond. It have these persons who not, familiar in terms of video, they are camera shy. How would you say is the best method to overcome, this camera shy mentality that individuals have, whether it be on the LinkedIn platform, Zoom, or, any platform that they are using?
Well, that's a really tough question because some people have genuine reasons why they're shy. So, it's tough to answer because every single person is different, and
Correct.
and there is no right or wrong way. My tip is, if you are really shy, film it and don't watch it back. Just think about the next video you're going to produce and don't watch it back. Don't listen to your voice, and yeah, just keep moving forward.
In my take, watch it back sometimes with my video, I just be like, let me don't watch it back. Let me just, execute. Because when you watch it back, it's like, I really made all these mistakes. And like, you can never get the perfection, So I focus more on the execution than trying to perfect it because, there's so many faults you have when it is you watch back the video, you see the many faults that in the video that you did. So it's really tricky. It's really tricky.
Yeah, it's so tricky, and yeah, I think no one. Some people do like being in front of the camera, some people don't, but yeah, it's a tough one because you never know who's going to watch the video. You sometimes don't see that side of you, and
Mhm.
but yeah, I think the secret is to look, have fun, don't worry. Everyone is in the same boat as yourself, and just try and post more video content if you're happy and more comfortable doing that.
Understand. And in terms of LinkedIn, we have the text-based content and we have the video content. Which one would you prefer, will be more valuable in terms on the LinkedIn platform, seeing that, everyone is reaching out on the LinkedIn platform because the organic reach is so great?
Yeah, hopefully I answered the question correctly, but yeah, I think videos on LinkedIn is key. I'm posting about 3 videos a week on 3 to 5 videos a week on LinkedIn, and I like to post personal things, so things that are not always related to work. So yeah, I'm not so much the person that keeps talking about work. I may post food, I may post London, I may post things that go on in my life, more to get my personality across rather than trying to do a sale.
Okay, understand. And I must say, I love your gym workout exercise. It's motivating. That was nice because, on LinkedIn platform, everybody feel that, you should post professional stuff. Sometimes, you have to be unique, so in terms of the video that you posted, with the young lady and yourself, working out outside in the field, that was entertaining, and we have to understand that, yes, it's a professional platform, but not everything that we post, have to be professional. It can mix it in between. So that way, you captivate your audience and they never get bored of you or
Yeah,
the content that you provide. Yeah.
and the clever thing was, it was a day when we were filming, so we were working with a brand, so it's good to post behind the scenes content,
Mm-hmm.
and you know, I was wearing Baked Bean Media clothes. I was working at the time. So there is a little bit more to the story than just posting something that's purely entertainment. There is
Mm-hmm.
a small link to the work that I do.
Understand. And with the video, right? Um, the video content, how long would you say that someone should take to, put out a video? Like if it's 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or 1 minute and under? You know, what is the specific time frame that they should implement in terms of the videos?
Antonio, I'm sorry for the consultative answer again, but it all depends on on you and the situation. I think myself, I like a 30-second video. My focus goes after 30 seconds. So yeah, I do like that. But look at a feature film, it goes on for nearly 2 hours and you're addicted. So if your content's really good and it tells a good story, then I think on a social media platform, up to 2 minutes would probably be the biggest.
The biggest, yeah. Because you know, when you watch certain content like a minute and under, they get more engagement than someone who have, you know, content that is 3 minutes, 5 minutes, you know, because individuals, they tend to go through LinkedIn, maybe for some people for like 20 minutes, a half an hour, but they want to consume so many content in that short space of time that, you know, they will go to each video that is maybe 2 minutes and under, a minute and under, so that within that half an hour, they could consume, let's say, maybe 5, 10, you know, videos or text-based content, whatever the case is. So
yeah, I think the length is, you know, all down to the personal person. I would like 30 seconds to a minute. And the other top tip is the shorter the video, the less you have to edit.
yes, that is so true. Because especially when it is you have to implement, you know, like the subtitles. If you have a video that is 5 minutes, 7 minutes, you know how many work you have to do, because sometimes the software is still in beta mode that you're using for the subtitle. So you know how to manually go and fix the wording, you know, at the bottom. So it is be challenging. It's so true. So sometimes if I had to post a video which is 2 minutes or 3 minutes, I wouldn't even try to edit anything in terms of the subtitles because it's too much.
Yeah. So yeah, my tip and advice would be to spend less time editing and then more time thinking about your next video.
Understand. And in terms of LinkedIn, you know, like social selling, because sales is my expertise. I love sales since I know myself, you know, growing up in childhood. What would you say that in social selling, where video come in? Will video, you know, give you that more organic reach, you know, in terms of if it is you have to sell on different platforms?
Yeah, so organic selling for me is, I'm very much on the Gary V side of, I think it's called jab, 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 hook, give, give, and then maybe ask one day. So yeah, so for me, social selling is giving entertainment, giving a little bit of value, giving, and hopefully one day someone will give me a referral or need some professional work. So that's kind of my strategy with social selling.
Okay, great. And you was mentioning to me about the 7-38-55 rule. And in terms of your video, you know, content, this rule, you should implement it, because in video, your mannerism is everything. Because being, you know, with the global pandemic and certain countries on a lockdown, we have to use video in order to sell, you know. So when it is, your mannerism is poor now, because your mannerism consists of 55%. How, you know, the 7-38-55 rule implies into the video aspect?
Yeah, so with video in, it's like we said, when you actually break down what people listen to you or how you come across, it's only 7% of the words that you say. The other part is body language. So especially I'm doing it over exaggerating now, but you know, like the energy comes out when you start moving your arms, and you know, you'll get people's attention. And then there's the tonality. So there's lots of parts of tonality. Speed. If I speak very fast, it's going to be, you know, it's going to come across that I want to get a lot of information out. but if I speak very slowly and very clearly, like a doctor, there is a risk you may fall asleep. But I feel that the words are going to go deep into you. So, yeah, someone who speaks very fast, sometimes, especially in a sales environment, you know, why are they speaking so fast? What they're trying to hide?
Yes.
Where you always trust a doctor because he speaks slowly, he speaks clearly, he speaks with authority, a little bit louder. Now, there's another art to tonality. You know, if there's no tonality, you sound like a robot. You sound monotone. So, Anthony, how has your day been today? You know, it is very boring. There is no body language with me at the moment. And I think you would be very bored with this podcast if I spoke like this all the time. So, yeah, changing the volume at times, varying things up really helps people engagement. So with the video, try mixing up tones, pauses, yeah, and getting that engagement in there with that communication style.
And that was some helpful tips. That is so true. And I remember once I went to an interview with a company, and I wasn't timid or anything like that. Things had to flow, but the HR person now saw that, you know, I moving up my hands. But as you rightfully said, when it is you know, you move your hands and your body rhythm, you know, in tune to the words that you're saying, everything will flow, you know, precisely. And the HR person was like watching me like, you know, if it is that I supposed to stand at attention, sit down at attention and just, you know, speak. When it is now you're trying to get the words out, because based on these certain questions that they ask, you know how to, you know, interpret it and be able to execute appropriately. So sometimes it's just natural as human beings that your hand movements will move same time with your words, with your mouth. So they watch it as like something negative.
Yeah, you know, it's emotional intelligence is a key thing. You know, if you're in a room and, you know, you're at a crime scene, like in a police station, you will mirror the person opposite you. So you will get to the same level as someone else to try and get that person to speak, feel like you're on the same level. If you want to bully the information out of someone, you'll get in their face, on top of them, etc. So yeah.
And that is so true, because in those police stations, when you really watch it, like videos and these kind of thing, movies, yeah, you see the police officer, you know, over the person and trying to get the information out of the person. So it's so true. And, you know, video, you tend to be more comfortable when you just be yourself. Don't try to be someone else, you know. So, for example, I just watch a lot of video content and I like this individual, Shea Robotham. You know, she just be herself. You know, she don't try to be pretensive, you know, just flow accordingly. And to me, you have to like move about your body to show that you're not stiff. And when you do that now, you know, the audience now will realize that this is you. This is not someone that trying to pretend, you know. So all these things is necessary to implement in your execution of your videos.
Yeah, I agree totally. And the second you're not yourself, it will come out it will come out. So
Yes.
Yeah, you have to be yourself. I believe it's you're wasting your time if you're pretending to be someone else.
And also you're wasting the audience time, because when it is now they click on your videos, be like, oh gosh, I thought this time now, you know, the video might be better, but it's the same thing over and over. So it's like you're wasting both parties' time. It's so true. And what, in closing, what would you say, you know, you like about LinkedIn? Because everyone have a different interpretation of LinkedIn. Some people come on LinkedIn and they try on LinkedIn for like a week, 2 weeks, and they realize that, hey, what, you see, LinkedIn is not for me. Because yes, LinkedIn is not like Instagram and Facebook, so it's something that a platform that you have to take time, and, go gradually, because it's all about adding value. And if you're not adding that valuable content, or people will engage, or people will, notice you on the platform.
Yeah, I think LinkedIn, for me, I've been on it for 15 years. So I've seen it evolved from someone just putting down where they work, maybe be headhunted or get a job, now moving across to a social media platform. And yeah, for me, I like the people on LinkedIn. It's a great place to meet like-minded people. On Facebook, you have your friends. On Instagram, you have your cooler friends. But LinkedIn is like your work friends. So yeah. So Facebook is friends and family. Instagram is your cool people you like to follow. And yeah, LinkedIn is your work people who work and doing similar things or interesting things.
Great. And LinkedIn, right? Basically, it don't have any competition, I would say, with LinkedIn. It's the number one platform thus far. Microsoft has been doing a good job in terms of the updating of the LinkedIn so far. And, LinkedIn is in existence for a while. I'm not too sure. I am on LinkedIn like about 5 years. You said you was on LinkedIn for 15 years. But do you see LinkedIn like being, like trending from now till a long time? Or do you see like maybe some other platform could come and replace LinkedIn?
Yeah, it sounds crazy. I can see it being replaced. Now, you may laugh and go, Facebook is here forever. It is the number one platform at the moment, but a lot has happened over the last 5 years. Or Snapchat is now around. Like a lot of these sites aren't that old at all. Clubhouse is only a year old, and it's got 10 million users. So anything can overtake anything. Look at MySpace. I don't know if you remember MySpace.
Yeah.
That was meant to be like everyone needs a MySpace. If you don't have a MySpace, it's going to ruin your career. And look, who even goes on MySpace now? So yeah, I do think something else will come along and overtake LinkedIn. What it is, I don't know. No one's overtaken Facebook yet, even though some of the kids are getting bored of it.
Yeah.
So yeah, I see Facebook like an IBM now. Maybe like Apple may get replaced by Google as the best phone very soon. So and Google maybe start making cars. So I think everything may evolve to new things in the future.
Great. And Instagram, I find getting a lot of popularity. Facebook is good, but the only thing I would say, Paul, that I do not like Facebook for is the negative comments. Like when I'm doing a LinkedIn Live, I will stream on LinkedIn and YouTube, and I'll leave out Facebook, because sometimes you could post a video on Facebook, and for some reason, you can end up in an argumentative discussion. And that is the only hurdle I have with Facebook. But other than that, Facebook is awesome.
I think if you put yourself out there, let the comments come in and have some fun with them when they come in. So yeah, I think if as long as they don't say anything about your family, I think
True.
Yeah.
Because publicity, good or bad, is good publicity at the end of the day.
A troll helps your algorithms. Remember that.
Correct. So in closing, Paul, do you have anything to say?
Yeah, just I'll be interested to know what's your top tip at the moment with videos.
My top tip, at the moment for videos is be yourself. You know, you wouldn't get it perfect presently. Lighting is most important, you know, because you don't want to be in a dark room doing a video and no one not getting to see your face. Because right now, we have this restriction in terms of traveling, having video content, putting it out there, people now get an idea as to who behind this profile. And the same way how it is, you put out a video, and the same way it is that you was to meet someone in person, will basically be the same way how the interaction will be. So by you putting out video content, people get to understand you. And that is a great way in terms of building a relationship. So that is one of my tips. And I would just say, be yourself. You know, don't try to edit too much, because sometimes editing too much is end up off in terms of maybe the lighting, in terms of your captions, you know, in terms of just too much graphics that some people tend to put out there, you know, to make the video so spectacular. And sometimes it's just about, you know, the content that they're providing, that somebody will be so in tuned to listen to what it is you have to say. And that's about it. I sometimes will do a little editing to my video, but not too much, like just an intro and an outro. You know, thanks for watching our intro, like in terms of if you have your website, you display your website, and keep it simple, most important.
Keep it simple. Top tip there. All right, Antonio, have a great day in Trinidad,
Okay.
and I'll speak to you soon, okay?
All right, you too.
Take care, buddy.
All right, okay.
Cheers.
Cheers.